Hi friends, Peter Drucker, the father of modern management and beyond. The person with the most influence in the field of management can be subjective, but few would disagree or discredit if that name happens to be of Peter Drucker. Referred to as the father of modern management, he is an Austrian-American management consultant, educator, and author. It is Drucker's work that laid the foundation for contemporary management practices. He said, Peter Drucker, in his book, The Essential Drucker in 1954, he said, management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things. And as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And you know the difference between a manager and a leader. In modern organizations, we hear about the term manager, but what we need is more and more of people as leaders in leadership roles. What is the Drucker theory of management? He wrote a book, The Practice of Management, in 1954, in which he elucidated the four principles: decentralization, knowledge work. In fact, he coined the term knowledge worker, management of objectives, MBO, and the SMART goal method. The SMART goals was actually not introduced until much later in 1981 by George T. Doran, but linked it to Drucker's management by objectives, MBO. In its original flavor, it meant, so we have the original and the most common variant, SMART represented specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time-related. In the most common variant as of today, the specific and measurable remains the same, and the rest of the three becomes achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Similar sort of things that we can do. It has evolved to suit the context of the modern management times. For someone who championed innovation, it would be a massive disservice to him if we continue to quote Drucker in everything, in every aspect, without consideration to the situation at hand. Drucker, and as it is said, he would have turned in his grave if he were to hear that. What is necessary is to assess the situation and come up with our own to solutionize what's best in the current context. That's what we need to do. The legacy of Drucker must live on, and we will not let him die. For example, I just quote one example. Peter Drucker in 1954, he said, management is the practice of enabling groups of people with different knowledge, skills, and backgrounds to work together toward a common goal. I've come up with my own definition in 2024, this year. Management is a process to do, make, and organize things and or activities with the intention of achieving the vision, mission, and goals through the use of necessary resources assumed available at our disposal in an effective, efficient, timely, and cost-effective manner, while being constantly guided by the organizational value system. I guess Drucker would be happy. What we need to do is to innovate, is to keep ourselves abreast of the evolving trends, how management evolves and how we need to adapt ourselves to organizations. Otherwise, the organizations will die. And we must try our best to assess the context, prioritize what's important for us, and then propose solutions for our organizations and our clients.